Siberian Vyun was created during the very last years of the USSR in 1988 in Novosibirsk by the collaboration of Dmitriy Skogorev and Dmitriy Furman. Before jumping into the inner workings and the concepts of this martial art, let's first take a look at its originators. Kolgarev has begun his martial arts journey in the 1980s when he picked up Sambo for the very first time. After reaching a decent level, he moved on to join an illegal club that taught the notorious Soviet homebrew karate, and then he continued his further studies under various instructors of армейский рукопашный бой once he joined the obligatory military service. After reaching the rank of an officer, he has decided to dig deeper into the inner workings of the hand-to-hand combat, particularly for the survival uses. This investigation has led him to research several traditional Slavic fist-fighting methods, and to this day he has authored several books regarding this topic, and they are actually a very interesting read. I do recommend them. The co-originator, Dmitriy Furman, has started his martial arts training from karate as well. It was precisely during those hidden training sessions when he met Kolgarev for the very first time. And just as Kolgarev, Furman has also received ARB training during his military service. And on the base of their friendship and passion towards martial arts, they decided to create their own combat system called Siberian Vyun. In it, they mashed knowledge from Sambo, ARB, Systema and ancient Slavic martial arts. Vyun means to entwine. They wanted to make it clear that the emphasis of this martial art is to fluidly move around the opponent while softly entwining him until achieving victory. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, Furman moved to Germany where he continued teaching military Russian martial arts to those who were interested. However, it wasn't until 1996 when he officially established his school under the name of Siberian Vyun, and due to his hard work propagating it, currently there are schools in several German cities such as Paderborn, Berlin and Leipzig. Now let's talk a little bit more about the style and its concepts. The most important principle of Siberian Vyun is not to visually learn the techniques by physically reproducing them, but to actually learn how to feel your body while performing them, trying to achieve the state of no thinking. The concept of needing to use a specific technique in a specific moment without giving in to the hesitation. And to help its practitioners reach that state of self-awareness, Siberian Vyun has developed many exercises, but the most important basic set of exercises is called упражнения самостраховки, which roughly can be translated as exercises to develop the skill of self-insurance in uncomfortable combat situations. They mostly look like the exercises that you can find in Judo and Aikido, where you learn how to fall correctly, breathe out when falling on the ground, relaxing the body before the fall, and how to distribute the whole area of the body on the ground on impact, to cushion the damage of course. But this Systema takes it a little bit further. The next step is to learn how to regroup yourself once on the ground. Here's where various types of rolls come in. There are side, front and back rolls, all with several variants, such as with or without using hands, for situations when carrying an item or a weapon, and for when your hands are tied. Only after mastering these exercises, the students are allowed to start learning the principles of movement in combat and how to disable the opponent using biomechanics and the principles of non-resistance, which makes it very similar to Taijiquan and Aikido. On a higher level is a training of the eye muscles and hearing that some students claim to be of the most importance. Not many people think about it, but hearing prowess plays a huge role in our sense of balance and body coordination. These details and nuances of the human brain were deeply studied during the Soviet times and were implemented in conditioning of various special units. However, modern Russian martial arts that stem from the Soviet legacy now rebrand themselves and give all the credit to the, ancient Slavic martial arts. Admittedly, the mention of ancient Slavic martial arts that look akin to the Asian arts wakes up a skeptic in me, since apart from the Cossack spas that was firstly mentioned in the 16th century, there has never been any historical mentions about any advanced Slavic martial arts, and even spas itself has never been documented or seen by the modern eyes, so how it looked like and what techniques did it have in its arsenal remains open to speculation at best. In fact, Dmitriy Skogorev claims that he was inspired to include the elements of the ancient Slavic martial arts due to the influences of Mikhail Ryabko, whose seminars he has attended from 1999 to 2004. Which makes me wonder time and time again, What does Ryabko know that even the top historians don't? Where does he take this ancient martial arts knowledge from? We may never know. And yes, I'm well aware that there are a lot of Neo-Slavic pagan cults out there these days, but they're just role-playing at best, since once the writing system, well, along with the Bible, was brought to the Eastern Slavs by the Greeks, there was a massive purge of Slavic pagan traditions, with people who refused to be baptized and abandoned their old gods being hunted and killed in mass. Which unfortunately has left us with very little actual knowledge about the lifestyle of our ancestors. But that's how it is. The newly established Christian Church has also made it illegal to record any information regarding the ancient rites. And on top of all that, the purge continued for many centuries until virtually nothing of the ancient Slavic religion remained. And yet here we have people like Mikhail Ryabko, who seemingly possess the secret knowledge of the ancient Slavic warrior sages, a knowledge that is not available even to the most dedicated and clandestine of the historians, not even as a mention. Some people blame me for criticizing Ryabko's teachings, but no matter how you twist it, only an absolute zealot will swallow his fraudulent historical claims, his heavy emphasis on non-contact fighting, his battle magic, and full abandonment of real-life combat applications. Regarding Mikhail Ryabko, of course he knows the actual martial arts. I mean, the man has been studying them his entire life. The problem is this newly created post-Soviet marketing bullshit about ancient Slavic martial arts, which he basically amped his style with, in order to sell abroad and to promote it as something unique. So that fact has to be openly criticized and brought forward. Systema was initially made to be a very mobile martial art, the one where you learn how to achieve maximal body awareness, learn about the forces of physics in practice, and how to apply psychological pressure on your opponent to achieve your ends. This is something that Siberian Vyun has reproduced very well. In the next video, I would like to go into the origins of the Soviet studies regarding the human psychic capabilities and how it affected Systema, and did it actually affect Systema. And particularly I would like to talk about Ninel Kulagina, a very controversial figure in regards to mysticism and human psychic capabilities. So until then, remember to stay strong, stay healthy, and to never neglect knowledge. Peace out.